growth mindset. If you're someone who wants to take action and go towards your goals, then Fired Up Freedom is great for you. It doesn't matter if your goal is financial or personal. And now that we're moving into season 2, we're going to be talking a lot of different things surrounding freedom. Do you ever look for certain services or products and it's just hard to find and you want to know if someone else has used that before? Well, visit my resources page, steveryan.com/resources, steveryan.com/resources. Well, hello there, family. You're listening to Fired Up Freedom with Steve Ryan. Fired Up Freedom. All right. All right, welcome to Fired Up Freedom. All right, which used to be Fired Up Friday. So you're now about to see season 1, episode 9. And in episode 9, this was the very first artist spotlight episode that came on the show. And the way that I did this is I spotlighted 5 different artists. I showed you things about their work. I talked about them. And then afterwards in this segment, I also talked about dedication and how of an important role it plays toward being successful. So I know you're going to enjoy this episode. Look forward to it. I do want to give my 2 cents before it gets started. Yes, about this dedication. Dedication has so much to do with mindset, and mindset has so much to do with how much clarity we have of ourselves. How honest are we been with ourselves? How truthful are we been with ourselves? So that helps toward dedication, because sometimes you got to know why you're doing what you're doing, even if you don't have all the answers. Even if you don't fully know all of the why. Maybe something inspired you. Maybe something set you off to want to do something like A, B, and C in your life. So part of the path to dedication that I feel is really, really important is having a heart-to-heart talk with ourselves, being honest with ourselves. And that way we can move forward. So you're going to really enjoy the episode and look forward to it. So thank you for tuning in. And here comes the episode coming up. All right. Fired Up Friday is out. Steve Ryan here. Fired Up Friday is now Fired Up Freedom. Fired Up Freedom with Steve Ryan. Fired Up Freedom. All right. Tap into the world of the Freedom Community. Do you love having conversations with other like-minded people? Then the Freedom Family Community is great for you. Visit steveryan.com today. Fired Up Friday is now Fired Up Freedom. Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to a bonus edition of Fired Up Friday. And as you know, today is actually Thursday, October 14th. So, today's edition is something that is being done for the first time. Artist Spotlight. So there are 5 artists that I would like to spotlight today. Now, this won't be the last time this is done, but this is the first time because I wanted to do more than just the interviews. I actually wanted to bring, good energy and let you guys know about some people that I think are awesome. Now, I could make a super, super, super long list, and this would go on for a long time. But I said, you know what? In order to keep people focused, let me just focus on like maybe 5 at a time at the most. All right. Now, I don't know if this is going to be done every single week, but I think this will be nice to do a bonus edition of Fired Up Friday from time to time. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to the 5 artists that I would like to spotlight today and let you know what's going on with them. So, right now we have, I'll read all their names first and then we'll go from there. We have Andarina, we have Muse of the Light, which is Karen. We have Stevie Stamond, which is Stevie. Almost July, which is Skip and Derek. And then we have Steven Ryan, which is different from Steve Ryan. All right. So those are the 5 that I'm spotlighting today. So what I'm going to do now is take you like to their pages, give you their links so that you can go and check them out. We'll start with the first one. Now, Andarina, she's really, really cool. Let me tell you what she does. Primarily on her YouTube channel, she does old covers every week. And you have to just go and subscribe if you want to get it. Like the last one she did was by Lana Del Rey, Blue Jeans, at my request because I follow her channel and I heard her sing some other covers and I put that request in and she did it. So this is her channel. It's youtube.com/Andarina Teodora. I apologize to Andarina if she's watching this and I say the name wrong. I apologize. But it's spelled Andarina Teodora. And I'm going to go to her channel right now. All right. And as you can see, lovely channel. Her banner says, "Welcome to my playground." It's so friendly. You can just tell how down to earth she is. Welcome to my playground. And just go give her some support. Subscribe to her channel. She's done some Amy Winehouse stuff, Lana Del Rey. I know for a fact she's done like some Billie Holiday. That's when I first caught onto her channel. So it's a growing channel. She's at 129 subscribers, but that's okay. You know what? I like the fact that every week she's coming on, she's doing some things. So I think that's pretty awesome of her, you know. And you have to start from somewhere, and I think that's great. And I really feel good that she's going to get a lot of people in the future that discover her and come across her page. And I hope that the podcast contributes to that as well, because that's what it's here for, is to help people. The next one is Karen, and she goes by Muse of the Light, and she makes on her. You have to really check out her Instagram, but I'll just give you her main page, and you can take it from there. But just she's so down to earth, and I love her Instagram videos. She'll just go out into the forest and start playing the guitar and have these nice poems and just really good energy, really, really good energy. And I'm always commenting on her Instagram because it's good. It just makes you really. Muse of the Light just really explains it all. If you really, you can go to her website, but if you really go to her Instagram as well, you'll see it's a lot of posts that she has where she's just talking to you really straightforwardly, just her, the guitar, in the forest. Really, really, really awesome. Really awesome. All these artists are awesome. And the next one is Stevie. And Stevie, if you're watching this, I apologize if I say your last name wrong. Stevie Stamon. Stevie is really, really cool. She's another one that on her Instagram, she just, a lot of times she has this dog, her dog, her puppy with her. She has green hair now, by the way, instead of the blonde. I'm on her website now, steviestamon.com. And I love those pictures that she takes to where it's like she's in this greenhouse. I'm assuming some plants or something. That's just how it looks. And she got the guitar, and she just takes these nice photos where it looks like she's about to just either launch into space or launch into the woods. I actually on yesterday, I had a chance to hear some unreleased song of Stevie's, and let me tell you, is amazing. It is. It's hard for me to really describe. I'll try. It almost is like this. It reminds me of like meditative, spaced out. Just it's dark, but it's dark in a good way. You know what I mean? It's just so. I just can't wait till you hear it. Like I know she's not done with it. I'm honored to have heard her in the middle of working on it. Totally awesome. I call her my sister. But it's wonderful. It's like this. I can't even think of all the artists to describe it. Like it's so just how she have her voices layered on it, and the synth and the guitar. It's just really good. I can't wait till you hear it. It's really good. That's all I can say because it's her stuff and it's on her to tell the world about it. I'm just here to be a conduit to say, hey, you need to check these people out. All right. They don't even know I'm doing this. Like, not until I actually tag them, they have no idea that this is happening. It was just on my heart to do it. The next one, the fourth one on the list, is Almost July, and it's with Skip and Derek. I don't know Derek's last name. I know Skip's because I do stuff with him. But yeah, he helps a lot with the studio. But Almost July is awesome. Like you have to hear their stuff. You have to hear their stuff. Now, go to their website, almostjuly.com. There should be a link on there where you can pre-save. They do have a song coming out called Even If It's Wrong. I've already pre-saved it, and it comes out on November 8th. All right? And you got to check it out. That's Skip and Derek. Skip is on the left, Derek's on the right. Um, and Almost July, awesome band, like awesome. I just linked up with them on Instagram. I knew Skip a little bit before that because he's helping me out with some Ableton stuff. He is really very very good with studio and as an artist. Like awesome voice. They have some good music. You got to check out Almost July. They're really cool. I they're really cool. Check out their stuff. Pre-save them. All right, and then the last one is Mr. Steven Ryan, which is different from Steve Ryan. So it's not me. It's a lot of ways to tell us apart. I'm black, he's white, you know, his music is more he has a like a great belty chest voice, you know what I mean? Like really cool. He's from Canada. And I don't think he has a website. I'm not 100% sure. So I will share his link tree. By now, everyone should have heard of link tree. So if you just type in the link tree and then /Stephen Ryan, you'll find him. And he actually has a song, If This Ain't Love, coming out tomorrow. So go ahead and pre-save it. But Linktree, I spell Linktree, just linktr.ee/Stephen Ryan. And I will actually go to it like I went to the others. And there it is. If you come across this screen, you'll see pre-save This Ain't Love is right at the top. Now, funny story, I'll tell you how I came across Stephen Ryan. Every time, for some reason, I was putting my name into Google, I see my name and then I see his name. And I'm like, who is this Stephen Ryan? Every time I turn around, there's Stephen Ryan. I'm glad I came across him because he has a great voice and great personality. And, he's a cool guy. Cool guy. I'm on his Instagram. I'm on his TikTok. We follow each other on both of those platforms. And he's pretty cool. And, another story tied to this is like, there was another Steve Ryan who, you can pretty much see that I exist. But for some reason, his stuff was showing up in my stuff, and I have my name trademarked. So, just like you can't go and release under John Legend, you can't go and release under Steve Ryan. You know what I mean? So this is a lesson about people protecting their stuff and protecting themselves. And I gave him every opportunity, like, hey, put your middle name in, do something, make sure it's distinguishably different from me. And unfortunately, whatever took place. But at the end of the day, you have to protect yourself. Make sure your stuff is copyrighted. If you're using your brand and you have merchandise or you have stuff going on, it really is worth it getting a trademark. It really is worth it. So, anyway, enough of that. Let me go back to these artists. But these 5 artists, you got to check them out. So I'm going to go over them one more time. You got Andu, that I call her Andu, Karen, Stevie, Almost July, and Stephen Ryan. So their links is on the screen. That's why I've left it on the screen for quite a bit of time so that there's no reason you can't check them out. And if you're listening to this instead of seeing this, I've spelled their names out. I will do it one more time. So you got Endurina. So you just go to youtube.com/Endurina Teodora, Andurina Teodora. Then you have Karen, which goes by Muse of Delight. Muse is Muse of delight.com. Then you have Stevie Stamond, and spelled www.stevie, STEVIE Then you have Almost July, which you should not spell that, but I'll spell it anyway. ALMOSTJULY.com. And then you have Stephen Ryan, which is at Stephen Ryan, sorry. linktr.ee/Stephen Ryan. So it's going to be cool. And just remember, Stephen Ryan has something coming out tomorrow, and Almost July have something coming out in November. So be sure to check these people out. It's going to be awesome. Fired Up Freedom will be right back after these messages. Do you ever have moments where you feel stress, anxiety, or it's hard to sleep? Then meditation may be the perfect thing to help you. Come and join our meditation channel where there's 24 hours a day on-demand meditation music. Go to steveryan.com/meditation. That's steveryan.com/meditation. It's time to have freedom from the noise. I want to thank you all for hanging in here with Fired Up Fridays, because this has been awesome. It's a lot of guests lined up for the show, like a lot. I've been very fortunate and blessed with the show because the amount of listeners and viewers, I'm very proud of where it's gone to and where it's at on a weekly basis. And there's been so many guests that wants to be on the show that I've had to create like a schedule. You're going to see a lot of people come out. A lot of people come out. I don't know the number off the top of my head. I just know it's a lot of appointments booked for interviews. And for those of you who are listening, if you're an artist, right? If you're an artist or author or entrepreneur, or someone who would like to share your story, and you're listening to this right now, or you're watching this right now, I'll give you the link because I don't have it anywhere on the site. And people who are guests on the show, they either have to be referred or they have to be invited. That's just how it is, because first of all, let me give you the link. It's steveryan.com/schedule. Pretty simple. steveryan.com/schedule. So that means the only way you know about that link is if you either someone has told you or you have watched the show or listened to the show. All right. So basically, I put that there as a way to organize things better because I don't want to spend a lot of time trying to organize this person and that person, so that's the process. Now, if you weren't referred or invited directly, then feel free to submit. It would just be an application. And if you're accepted to be on the show, you'll be on the show. Is really pretty straightforward. I mean, as long as you have good energy and you're a good person, put your links in there. We'll check them out. It should be fine. But if it's like some bad energy going on or something just isn't in alignment, then it's probably not the best fit. Because the thing with the show, you have to understand, having guests on is helping them. The show originally started off as just motivation and mindset. But being who I am as a person, I didn't want to make the show all about me and all about me just getting on here talking and telling my thoughts and ideas. I wanted to invite other people because I love linking up other people. Now, I understand that as artists, a lot of times artists are promoting themselves and things like that. But I'm going to stay true to who I am. And yes, even though I'm an artist, I'm still going to hit the pavement and actually extend an olive branch and help other people as well. That's who I am, and that won't change. It is what it is. So, nothing against what anybody else is doing, but I enjoy serving. I enjoy helping people. I enjoy connecting people. I enjoy these things. It's not about all about us. And one of the things that I notice quite a bit with people a lot is some people make things all about them all the time. And that's just not who I am. And it's nothing against whoever wants to do that. That's their choice, their platforms, their choice. But I'm going to continue to do what I do and help other people. Because what else are we here for, really? I love meeting people. I love the interviewing. I love how this has grown. It's really, really cool. And Fired Up Friday is it has really blossomed. If you were to have asked me 6 months ago if I thought I would be doing podcasting, I probably would have said no. Even, this is October. 3 months ago, I would say it started being in the realm because I kept hearing about it so much. And then 2 months ago, a little bit over 2 months ago, I put it into action and it has taken off. Um, I do have some good news about Fired Up Fridays. Now we have hired an agency, and because we were introduced to an agency actually through another guest on the show, introduced to a agency slash management, and now Fired Up Friday is going to be represented. So that's kind of a really, really awesome thing, and that speaks volumes for where the show has come. I'm just so excited. I couldn't even wait until Friday. I had to jump on here and do a bonus episode. That tells you how much the show means. And so if you're an artist that I've invited to the show, anyone, I don't invite a lot of people, by the way. So if you're watching this and you have received an invitation, understand that it's no pressure. um, you know, I don't expect anyone invited to just jump through hoops and come on the show right away. All this needs time and thing. And plus, I have a lot of guests lined up anyway. Like, trust me, the show is booked like at least through February. you know, so it's tight, and it's going to constantly be other people coming on board. So if I'm inviting you to the show, it's no pressure. You can feel free to say no. You can feel free to do it when you feel it. That's what the schedule is for. I'm not begging it. I don't have to beg anybody to be on the show. I'm not trying to sound arrogant or anything. I'm really not. It's just I'm here to help people. So if I'm inviting you, it's because I've either came across your stuff, or you did a post, or I'm vibing. But it doesn't mean you have to come on right away, and it doesn't mean you have to come on at all. Like, I don't have to invite anybody. It's enough people wanting to already be on the show. And what amazes me in life is sometimes people wait until they see something blow up, and then it's like, oh, the show is big. Sometimes you have to see the beauty in things before it blossoms, before it gets big, before it has, major publication, or before it gets 100,000 listeners. You know what I mean? So I'm just more of a person that I'm just going to go with the flow. And if I feel like inviting someone, I will. And other than that, if you're referred to the show, that's different. You see what I mean? So referring to the show means when you apply to be on the show, someone has to refer you. And I do have people who have said, hey, I trust whoever you send to the show. Of course, I'm not going to say their names because you can easily apply and say that they sent you. But you don't think I'm going to check, like, so, but I don't know. I'm going on a tangent. That's because I like to be transparent. I like to be straightforward, and I like to speak what's on my mind. And I'm in no way trying to offend anybody at all. I'm just being honest. That's it. And the purpose of Fired Up Fridays at this point is for motivation, and is to introduce people to the world. It's just that simple. So I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about some of these upcoming guests. I know on tomorrow we have Fifi Wrong and Nifty Sats, and they're going to be talking about NFT. That's going to be awesome. And then next Friday, we have the JJ twins. I don't know who's on after that. My brain has not thought that far yet. um, I do have some people in mind, but I don't know who's in the slot afterwards. But it's quite a few people coming up. I know. I just can't wait till you hear it. It's quite a few people coming up. So, all right. Well, thank you for joining. Is there anything else I've forgotten? I do need to do a whole episode about trademarks and copywriting and all that. I won't go into that right now. Um, nothing heavy. I'd rather for that to be a separate episode. I just think it's important for people to know how to do this stuff if they don't have it already. Even if whether you're an artist, author, whoever, it's very, very, very important, because you don't want to wait until you blow up and get big and things are going. You want to do these things more earlier on. That's just my take on it, because you have to understand your vision is your vision. That's your vision. And even if the world don't see your vision yet, it doesn't mean that your vision won't come true. You understand? So, like, take and do, for example. Even though her channel only has 100 and something subscribers, I see greatness in her channel. I see her channel growing. I can see it because she puts in the dedication on a regular basis to do her covers. She puts that dedication in regularly, even though it's just 100 and something people. She's putting in the dedication, whether it's 100 or a million. And that's the type of dedication that it takes to get to that growth. It is. So I love finding and discovering people who have not blown up. I mean, don't get me wrong. The people who have, that's okay. Hats off. I give my hats off to them. I'm in no way offending those people at all. I have some friends who are up there. So it's not in any way going against or talking against anyone. But I just have a particular fondness for people who are on their way. Maybe because I can relate to that. And for people who are dedicated to what they're doing and they're trying no matter what, like another name that comes to mind is Spirit Bear. He's been on the show. I really, really appreciate someone like him who is trying. And no matter how many people shows up, he keeps doing what he's doing. And I like that. And no matter who tells him, hey, you need to get better, this and better that, he still is doing what he needs to do. He doesn't stop. Because let me tell you, successful people are persistent people. Successful people are people who are going to find ways to chip away at things. Successful people doesn't mean that you have to be the most popular in that moment. And viral doesn't necessarily mean popular. Viral doesn't necessarily mean it's a guarantee to be successful. I am talking about consistently being able to go after doing what you love doing. To me, that's success. Okay, of course, yes, the finances matching that would be awesome. But at the end of the day, even if you don't have the finances to match your successful mindset, eventually it will come. It's all about the day to day decisions that you make. So to me, successful means being persistent, finding a way to keep honing at what you're doing. That's what I do. I'm constantly either in a workshop or something, vocal coaching, songwriting, even motivation workshops. I mean, I'm constantly in something. Like every single week on my calendar, there's something going on. Some kind of workshop, some kind of meeting, some kind of honing the craft. All the time. All the time. And that's because I can never get enough of learning. Never get enough. And constantly getting better. And that's because I'm humble enough to know that I need to learn. I'm humble enough to know that I don't know everything. And I'm willing to learn. But that's a whole nother episode. I can go for a while now. I was only supposed to be on here for 5 minutes, and I think it's already been like 30 minutes. I love doing this. I love it. Like it's not work at all. It's fun. Running from myself at times I can't describe the words I try. The fear